We're doing 40 miles an hour. It's in gear, but it works. The positive to the positive and the negative. Woo! I did something wrong. What's up, guys? Before we get into this video, we officially have shirts back in stock. So these are the original promo shirts that we did. We still have a couple left on the website. They say Garage Idiots on the front and then Embrace the Suck on the back. I think we have 4 extra larges and 2 mediums of these left on the website. These are printed on Fruit of the Loom. And then these, yet another, sorry, I just got this one dusty. Yet another different kind of shirt. I just like how these fit. They're a little bit lighter, a little bit softer. So same Garage Idiot on the front, and then on the back, if it looks stupid, but it works, we probably built it. Okay, guys, the website is thegarageidiots.com because garageidiots.com was taken, so go check these out. Got a bunch of these on the website, and then a few of these left, so go check them out. I mean, by buying this, you guys are supporting all the madness we're doing here, so we really appreciate it. Thegarageidiots.com, link is in the description, and now we'll get into whatever the heck we're doing. Hello, my name is Preston. I am one of the Garage Idiots, and I'm trying to do this with zero background knowledge of wiring or how any of it works. My game plan is the motor started with a bunch of plugs unplugged. So my theory is that I can cut all those plugs out, and so I've been doing so wire by wire to ensure that one plug do not link to another, and in the process of such, some wires have linked to others. So I'm going to continue the destruction that I have begun, and once all the wires and loose ends are no longer just dangling, I'm going to attempt to start it again and see if I completely screwed myself. Okay, so I gotta leave for a moment, so I'm gonna do a quick little test. See if what I did was catastrophic or if it was accidentally brilliant. The part that concerns me is there are a lot of wires that kind of intertwine that all connect to just sort of everything. However, they all came from plugs that didn't have anything going to them. So the only wires I have hanging everywhere are grounds. I'm assuming I don't need those because these grounds came from plugs that are no more. So in my mind that makes sense, but we are gonna find out right now. Fuel pump came on. And no crank. Okay, hang on. Let's try this again. Fuel pump. Why? Oh, I think this battery, so I stole this battery from the Civic because the MR2 finally died. We're doing 40 miles an hour. It's in gear, but it works. Cool. So it works. It is definitely in gear because we were just doing 40 miles an hour at idle, which is extremely efficient. So everything I did worked. All these wires, they all came from nothing, but they all went to the ECU and the engine harness. So that's what I was really scared about. So this is, let me show you how much crap I took out. So you guys remember what this looked like before. I mean, just that loom by itself was pretty ridiculous. And so I took all of that out. That was all the airbag stuff, radio. So that's a good bit of wiring. So really a lot of this, like these, okay, so this is the power from the battery. This is headlight, this is ABS, so all this right here, all the what's still remaining wrapped in black is engine bay. So really, okay, and then this is obsolete now. So this was the cruise control safety switch on the clutch. So that's basically obsolete now because I got rid of cruise control. What's interesting is this is the security box and nothing. So all these wires that I cut, they were plugged into nothing. So either what is remaining on here is allowing it to start, or this has already been bypassed somehow, which I don't see how it could have been. But yeah, to that. So cool, it works. So now the next step, I gotta go for the night, but tomorrow I'm gonna go buy a ton of electrical tape and just wrap all this and route it how I need it to be, and hopefully tuck it back under there, and we'll keep going. That's awesome though, guys. It started and I had no idea what I was doing. So we're good. Goodness gracious. All right, so this is the grand total of wiring that I removed. And this is basically what is left. Now, this is not a finished product. Really, this is just kind of laid out roughly how I think it's gonna go. Because obviously the ignition cannot be behind me. So underneath here, we have this whole loom right here is basically everything that was up in the engine bay of the Acura. So headlights, radiator fans, we got some grounds, and then engine fuse box. O2 sensors are right here, which will actually not be too bad to extend to back there. This is fuel pump. So let's see, so we got fuse box, here's power for the whole car. And then over here, we have basically the interior stuff. So we have interior fuse box, ECU, ignition, somewhere, where's it at? Oh, right here. Look at me, I'm so smart. So this is speedometer right there. Those are the two connections for that. So I didn't extend these yet because I don't know if I want to just run this. I like the idea of having just a stock speedometer. I think that'll be kind of cool. But we can run, once we have K-Pro in here, we can run I think it's like a USB. I don't know if it's USB, but we can run some sort of electrical computerized cord from here to an Android tablet and basically kind of customize our own little speedometer on tablet that communicates with Honda. So I need to extend this, maybe this, and then obviously you need to kind of figure out the grounds and kind of how I actually want to lay this out. I don't know, I don't really see a better option as far as getting like these two to cross over. We can't really put anything, I mean we could, but I don't know if it's worth putting a hole through there and there just to save that cleanliness, but we can work on that later. But so technically everything here should start it. And let me go back to the original MR2 wiring harness, which is all of that. And then this is what we have now. Just that little tiny bit. And yeah, it's all kind of pressed in there, but I got it down to the bare minimum. I did, however, screw up. Behold, friends, the blinker switch. Now, the reason why this is important is because I kept the whole headlight blinker loom of this harness so that we could have headlights and blinkers. And they're cut. Now, if I didn't do it the way I did it, we could just find these wires and you know, figure out what just goes to the blinker assembly and get rid of those two plugs. However, the other ends of these plugs, or these wires, are in that pile, and I pulled each wire individually. Each one of these individually came out of a plug. So like plugs that are left in here, like you'll see on this fuse box here, like this, that whole plug only has one wire. I pulled every other wire out of these plugs individually, like that one only has two. So I have no idea where any of those wires go, so I don't know what we're doing there. You guys probably want to hear it start, don't you? Me too. The MR2 battery finally died, so I have to take this battery out of L turd bucket. Forearm grip strength. The positive to the positive and the negative. Woo! The key is on, or I did something wrong. I think that means neutral in no shift linkage translation. Okay, we have an update. I checked all the grounds and, you know, checked everything, and then connected power on the battery again, and the car tried to start itself, and the key is off. This could be very simple, or I just wasted a lot of time and screwed something up, but it might be simple. Please hold. Well, yeah, I screwed something up. I checked everything, and you touch the battery and the car cranks. So, I thought I had it. There's got to be something simple, because I only cut what was unplugged, and that's it. And it wouldn't make sense that now that stuff's missing, it starts on its own. So give me a minute, I'm gonna keep fishing, and we'll see we'll see what's going on. I checked the starter itself, like it's not like jumping itself. I don't know, so hang on. This would be a really good time to reiterate once again that I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't know if this means anything. I'll show you. To the ignition, unplug this, touch the batteries, still cranked. Those are some fat wires, which I assume is starter related. So I unplugged this and touched the battery terminals, and now it doesn't start. So that makes me think that, which sucks, but something from these wires basically, either from these wires or from that terminal there, something between here and there is grounding the starter out.
is my guess. So I'm gonna start by checking this fuse box and just make sure I didn't do anything stupid. I mean, I don't think, I mean, nothing could be wrong here. I really don't think. Like, I pulled each pin out individually. Like, it doesn't make any sense that that would be an issue. But I can see this traveling through this entire thing that I just wrapped nicely and spent money on electrical tape. It's got to just be arcing somewhere, or touching, or something stupid. So I'm going to take all that electrical tape off little by little and just check it and see. It has to be something related to that. I have no idea how long this video is, or is becoming, or is going to be. So I apologize if it's long. I'll try to speed it up as best I can, but this sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna try and walk you through this. Basically, okay, so we're gonna say I touched from this plug all the way to here, and then that's factory, and then this is factory, and then I touched all the way to here, and then these 3 wires go to the bottom of here, which I did not touch. So that tells me if these wires are related, then it is something on this side, which I don't even know. I'm so completely lost. I mean, I thought I did all this. I mean, as much as I don't know what I'm doing, like, I thought I did this right. I pulled each pin. There are no wires left, just cut and hanging. I mean, unless I forgot one, but I mean, if I did, it's somewhere wrapped in here, and it was wrapped in electrical tape, and it wouldn't be grounding to anything. So this goes right there. I didn't touch that, didn't touch that. I did, however, touch this entire fuse box, but all I did was pull wires out. Like I showed you, I pulled those. Then on the bottom side, I pulled some wires there. Okay, there's a big fat one. That black one there, where's that going? Okay, that goes into this glob. All right, yeah. So that goes into that mess. That mess goes to the ECU. Into those. Okay, so the only thing I did do, which I'm not doubting at all, but this right here is the clutch switch. So what I did is just splice them together so that the clutch is always engaged, basically, and got rid of the neutral safety switch. I mean, that's how that works, so that can't be it. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, new development. So that big fat wire on the bottom, not new development, but so that big fat wire leads all the way to right there, that black and white one, which goes to there, which comes right here, which goes directly to the starter. You can't see it. Focus! Focus! Nope, focus. Focus. Oh, my iPhone. Boom, right there, black and white. So that makes me think that because that is the only other fat wire coming out of the fuse box and it goes right to the starter, that my ground jump is somewhere along this thing. So the biggest, or the guess that I have is that when I put these zip ties on, one of them might have been too tight. Other than that, I mean, I didn't touch that plug at all. And I didn't touch that one at all. So I think it's somewhere right in here. So I'm gonna take all this off and see what we find. All right, so got everything undone. Followed this wire all the way through, all the way up. This wire looks totally fine. When this is unplugged, it stops, but there's nothing on the other end of this that does anything, so it has to be on this side. But it doesn't make any sense. Dang it, I thought I did such a good job. All right, well, my brain is fried. There's only so much of this I can do, and I've done way too much of it already. So I'm going to go home for the night and get a voltmeter. And then I'm wondering if I test, sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. If I touch the terminals that this plugged into on this side and then touch the chassis, I wonder if that would tell me that something in here is ground. I don't know how that, I'm going home. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in 5. No, I will see you like right after I put my hand on the camera. It's gonna be like magic for you, but it's gonna be a new day for me. Okay, I'm still here. I didn't leave yet. Sorry, the heater's on. No real progress. So I did disconnect the clutch safety switch and just made them neutral again to see if that was jumping anything. I did unplug, sorry, I unplugged that from the fuse box and plugged that big fat one back in, and it didn't start. So basically, in mundane terms, I think this starter wire there and that fat power wire just under, you can't even see it, but there's a power wire right underneath it where my finger's at. Those two are touching somewhere in all of this crap. And it does not make any sense to me because I followed this wire and I followed this wire. So it's like, I don't know what that means. This is not my forte of problem solving. So now that I've established that the last thing I thought to do didn't work, now I'm going home officially. Okay, so I've spent 6 hours running through everything, and there's one plug on the bottom that can also fit on the top. It was right there. So this was plugged in there and was giving, my positive was grounded to the chassis. And so now it's fixed and the starter's fried. We tried jumping it, hot wiring it, and it's nothing. So I just threw away $270. So we're gonna rip that off to see if we can fix it. If not, we're going to AutoZone. Dennis is too busy looking at the cell phone to acknowledge he's on camera.
Thanks.
Comments.
Ooh, spicy!
Oh,
okay, it's bad now. Oh, you pulled that right out of the alligator
melted.
clip. Oh, it did? That's what was... Yeah. Oh, you pulled it off of both of them! Yeah. Oh, it's hot. Okay, so I made the stupidest mistake ever. I had the wrong plug in the wrong spot. And I think just like a strange, unregulated, something amount of voltage just from my mistake fried the starter. A new one, because I just did this on my SI, a new one is $270, and I'm not paying that right now. So in the morning, I'm going to go to the junkyard and grab 2 or 3 starters, and if anything, we'll have some spares. So that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching and enduring all that crap.
So next on the list, I didn't mention this, I don't think, but this is going, or I did another video. This is leaving on Sunday to get its cage. So I was trying to get it running and driving, but I don't have axles and this wiring took way too long. So I'm basically gonna just finish up some more welding, grind down, just try to clean this up as best I can. Just try to prevent any more work than he already has to do. So that'll be the next video, putting the starter in, making sure it actually finally starts. But I did fix the problem because the positive was grounded. The positive was grounded. Like that's what that putting that plug in the wrong spot did. So that's why the starter was starting, because the whole thing was live as soon as the battery started. So hopefully ECU and everything's okay. Fuel pump came on though. You heard all the solenoids clicking, so we should be right. But so next video, we're just gonna be cleaning everything up, getting it ready to roll. And then yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Sorry that was, I'm assuming this was a long video. But we figured it out. I'm a little more confident in wiring. I was able to actually trace the problem back. I traced the problem back to the fuse box and just kind of ran out of ideas and started looking at the plugs, and I was like, and figured it out. So thank you guys for watching. T-shirts, thegarageidiots.com, they're on there. Thank you guys for all your support, and we'll see you very soon.